Hey everyone, today we're checking out the Focal Trio11 Be, those powered studio monitors that promise serious sound without breaking the bank. If you're tired of mixing on weak desktop speakers or can't justify dropping 5 figures on a full studio setup, this might be the sweet spot. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've been using these in my small bedroom studio for the past few weeks, and honestly, I'm pretty impressed. First off, the build quality is solid. Focal's known for their high-end audio gear, and even though these aren't their flagship models, they still feel premium. The cabinet is thick, the knobs are smooth, and the front-ported design means you can place them closer to the wall without losing bass punch. That's a big deal if you're working in a tight space, like I am. My studio is basically a converted bedroom, and I don't have a lot of room to spare. Being able to put these monitors near the wall without worrying about the sound suffering is a huge plus. Now, let's talk sound. The Trio11 Be is a 3-way monitor with a 10-inch subwoofer, a 5-inch mid-range, and a 1-inch tweeter in each unit. That means you get full range clarity without needing a separate sub. I've mixed tracks with heavy low-end, and the bass response is tight and controlled, no muddiness or overhang. The mids are where these really shine, though. Vocals and guitars come through with so much detail that I finally heard nuances in my mixes I'd been missing on cheaper monitors. And the highs? Crisp but not harsh, which is exactly what you want when you're trying to make decisions on your mix. I think what really sets the Trio11 Be apart is the way it handles the mid-range. So often, monitors in this price range can sound boxy or muddy, especially when you're dealing with complex arrangements. But these Focals? They cut through the noise. I was working on a mix the other day with a lot of layered guitars and synths, and I was amazed at how clear and distinct each element sounded. It was like I could reach out and touch each instrument. That level of clarity is invaluable when you're trying to get your mix just right. Another thing I love is the room adaptation controls. There's a switch on the back for near-field, mid-field, and far-field listening, plus a high-pass filter. That's super handy if you're working in different acoustic environments or just want to dial in the sound to match your room. I've used it to tame some harsh resonances in my setup, and it made a noticeable difference. I was getting a bit of a peak around 200 Hz that was driving me crazy, but with the room adaptation switch, I was able to tame it and get a much smoother sound. I've also been using these for casual listening when I'm not mixing, and they hold up surprisingly well. Whether I'm watching movies, gaming, or just streaming music, the soundstage feels wider than I expected from a pair of powered monitors. The stereo imaging is solid too, no weird phasing or narrowing when I move around the room. I was listening to some of my favorite albums the other day, and it was like hearing them for the first time. The depth and width of the soundstage was stunning, and I found myself getting completely lost in the music. Now, there are a couple of things to keep in mind. First, these are big. They're about 17 inches tall and weigh around 25 pounds each, so they're not something you'll be moving around often. Make sure you've got a sturdy desk or stands before you pull the trigger. I had to upgrade my monitor stands to accommodate these, but it was worth it. Second, while the bass is impressive for a compact monitor, if you're used to a full-sized studio sub, you might find the low end a bit lean in the deepest octaves. That said, for most home studios and project rooms, it's more than enough. I think it's also worth noting that these monitors are pretty versatile. I've used them for mixing, mastering, and even as a reference for my own music production. They've been a game changer for me, and I think they could be for you too. Whether you're a music producer, podcaster, or content creator, accurate and detailed sound is essential. And let's be real, who doesn't want to hear their hard work sounding its best? So, who are these monitors really for? If you're a music producer, podcaster, or content creator who needs accurate, detailed sound without spending a fortune, the Trio11 Be is a fantastic choice. If you're on the fence, I'd say go for it, just make sure you've got the space for them. These monitors are an investment, but they're one that will pay off in the long run. You'll be able to make better mixes, create more engaging content, and enjoy your music and movies like never before. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Link is below if you want to grab a pair for yourself.